Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to Coffee and Headlines. The voice is a little sore after yesterday's wonderful presentation. We will have a little bit of updates on that. Oh my goodness, and there's a lot of frogs in there, but I'm happy to be here, and I hope you're happy to be here too. This is Coffee and Headlines, our morning get-together live here on Facebook, where we take a look at news from our city, and from our state and from our country. I cannot even think. City, state, and country, we take a look at your comments, ideas, and suggestions so that we can combine all this wonderful information and put it to good use as a community of English-speaking locals that live here in Puerto Vallarta. And of course, we welcome new friends that are watching live for the first time. Here's one, Mike, who's a photographer. Nice to see you, Mike. Somebody here in the cluster was looking for a photographer not too long ago to do portraits. So this is a great place to connect. I hope it will be a good place for you to connect as well if you are here in Puerto Vallarta. Okay. I'm ready. I really am. Let us get started with the news. Yes. Here we go. Just a quick update on the business with the Pfizer vaccines. They are still not to be found in Guadalajara, let alone in Puerto Vallarta. So if you are thinking that you would like to get this vaccine, you have to either wait or go to Mexico City, or I would like to remind folks that there are free vaccines available and these vaccines are available from the Mexican government. I believe it is the Russian Sputnik vaccine, or maybe it's the Cuban vaccine. I don't remember which, but they are all available for free at local health centers. So if you have concerns about getting a COVID vaccine, you can either wait for the Pfizer to become available, or you can go to any of the public health centers here in town and get a free vaccine for COVID and a free vaccine for the flu anytime you like. Moving right along, we have good news. Another important street is ready to go. Yesterday, Mayor Michel inaugurated Ecuador Street, which is a street that runs parallel to Medina Asensio behind the municipal stadium. This is great news, not so much because the street is meant to handle a lot of traffic, but because there's a large number of businesses and restaurants that are located along the street, including the wonderful Ocho Tostadas, great place to get tostadas and fish tacos and other wonderful seafood. So it is a good thing that the street has been reopened. But not everything is good news at City Hall. Unfortunately, there is more payroll trouble out there, as has been presented by City Councilwoman Carla Espara. She went ahead and questioned Mayor Michel, this is kind of like a soap opera. I love it. She questioned Mayor Michel over the so-called office of the Deputy Director of Tourism. Who knew that Puerto Vallarta has an office? Well, we have an office for the Director of Tourism, and we don't even have a Director of Tourism. The guy in charge is the office manager. But there's this other office for the subdirector or deputy director of tourism. The office has 3 people working on it, not including the aforementioned Christian Pacheco, who is the office manager that is acting as director. And this office has 3 people working in it, and they are on payroll as they should. But the problem is that there is no such thing as the office of the deputy director of tourism. Nobody knows who these 3 people are or has seen them show up for work. So where is their combined salary of almost 90,000 pesos a month going? Well, nobody seems to know. And that is a problem. It is interesting to note that Carla Espara, Councilwoman Carla Espara, is one of the 4 women that, because they're women, they think, or they think they can handle the job of the mayor. So we can expect that maybe Carla Espara could become the next mayor of Puerto Vallarta if the rules are followed as they should. Carla Espara has been also busy putting pressure on City Hall regarding improvements. And she has a good point. It is of no use to approve repairs if they're not executed. And she puts a case in point, the improvements on the Malecón. We know that City Hall approved improvements for the Malecón a few months ago, and these improvements are yet to be seen. So she has introduced an initiative such that no more than 3 months can go by between approving repairs and executing them. So, what do you think of that one? Will we end up having more repairs being executed or less initiatives for repair approved? And that is going to be an interesting movement going forward. And here is a beautiful photograph of one of the things that was supposed to be improved. If you remember, the floor, the brick floor on the pedestrian bridge over the Rio Quale is wearing out, such that it has all those little crevices in it. This has not been fixed, but the reason why I'm showing you this photo is because the photo came along with a news item that says we're going to have a great weekend. At least from the hotel and the tourism point of view, there are many hotels that are already full, and others have an occupancy of between 85 to 90%. So it will be a great weekend for Puerto Vallarta, although as Barbara Selvage has just posted a comment as I'm talking about this, and she says, totally nuts at La Comer and Costco. So yes, for those of us that are locals that didn't follow our own advice of going shopping last week, we're screwed because the stores are really crazy. Yesterday, I heard 2 interesting reports, one early in the day in which there were so many people at Costco, the parking lot was full and people were parking on the street, which is not even allowed. And then a friend of mine went to Costco around 7:30 or maybe 8, and there were all the cashiers were being used, and there was an average of 6 people waiting in line at each. So if you think you want to go shopping at La Comer or Costco, think again. By the way, 2 days ago, I went shopping at Soriana at the Hotel Zone, and it was perfectly wonderful. There was no wait, no more than one person ahead of me at the cash register. Soriana is not La Comer. Some people like their particular supermarkets. I get that, but there are places where you can go and get stuff if you need to go shopping this week. Let us take a quick look at our weather forecast. And the weather forecast is a little dicey today because weather forecast, snarky weatherman says, I promise to never lie to you about the weather unless you piss me off, then I'll randomly fuck with your forecast. Well, that's not very friendly, I suppose. But the weather it is 27 degrees right now. Humidity is high at 62%. And our forecast for today says that we are going to enjoy a humid day with mostly cloudy skies throughout the day, a high of 28 and a low of 21. And then tomorrow, we're going to have a few rain showers. Again, rain in the forecast with a chance of rain of 47%, a high of 29 and a low of 21. And then Sunday, which is Christmas Eve, we're going to have mostly clear skies in the morning with mostly cloudy skies in the afternoon, a high of 28 and a low of 19. Yay. And no, Luisa, you are not the only one that loves snarky local weather comments. That's why we have that setting turned on. You see, with this application, Carrot Weather, you can choose whether the news or the comments are friendly or dicey. And we like dicey because, I suppose, just because we do. And I have a couple of updates that I want to mention before we go on to our comments section. This one has to do with the lights out at Los Muertos Pier. Apparently, it only happened on Wednesday night. According to the government, the state government, they were executed the final tests on the electrical system, and that's why we did not have any lights on the Los Muertos Pier, but I would tread carefully if I were you. And the other one just went by me. Yesterday was winter solstice, and that's the beginning of the winter season, which got me thinking, oops, number one, we forgot to acknowledge this, and number two, it's almost time to start planning a Coffee and Headlines winter get-together, and we don't know exactly when that will be, but I've added it to my list of pendientes, my to-do list. And now let's take a look at you and see what's on your mind in this lovely morning. Oh, before we go there, I must tell you that I sang last night. I sang a lovely song called, and very appropriate for me, if I may say. The song is called Everybody's Fucking But Me. It's a great song. It's a great body song. And I had a lot of fun. I even wore this shirt that I've never found an appropriate situation to wear outside of my apartment. So it's been a great pajama shirt, but check it out. See? Not the kind of thing that you'll be wearing down Basilio Vadillo or those places. I might get trampled or something. Boom. But enough about me. Seriously though, and I want to do an acknowledgement post at some point. It was a great year for music appreciation. It was a great year to be at the Joint Co-working Hotel. And I'm looking forward to even much more of that. And I want to thank anyone that is watching that has been to my music presentations. It is such a pleasure to put them together. And it's so rewarding not only to learn new things as I go, but also to share the knowledge with those that are around. Okay, now seriously, enough of me. Look at you all. Rita, there you are. If you're still looking for a portrait photographer, I believe there was a photographer in-house just a few moments ago. Hopefully he's still here. Let's see. Thank you for your comments, Albert. It was nice to see you laughing last night as I was talking about dirty songs. Chris, I hope when you say wish all already happy holidays and see you next year. See you next year can only mean that you're going to buy us all plane tickets to go to Switzerland, or you're going to come back into town. If you come back into town, whether it is to stay or for a visit, please let me know. I would love to connect with you. And it's great that even though you've closed your wonderful secret wine bar, that you continue to be in touch with us. You are very much missed. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Thank you, Betsy. Betsy Ann has been one of the most wonderful music appreciation troopers. She loves attending, and you come up with these great ideas for future talks. It is a pleasure to connect with you that way. Thank you. Let's see. Lots of singing and lots of laughing, Luisa. That's all I can say. It was a fun presentation. 19 dirty-minded people showed up. So I'm glad that I'm not the only one. Yes. Last minute Christmas shopping run and the stores were loco full crazy. I would not want to be going shopping between now and New Year's, or I would choose my stores very, very carefully. Buenos dias, Muffin. Just rode over those bricks this morning on my bike. Yes, Muffin is officially on the move and just in time for Christmas. Just take care of that shoulder, baby. We don't want any accidents. Let's see. Regarding, this is a good point. Regarding packed retailers around town, isn't it great to see the local economy booming? I remember over a decade ago when the story was our Costco was one of the lowest producing in the Republic, and we were on the corporate chopping block. Not anymore. Well, I think it's great that during Christmas time, there's a lot of shopping going on regardless, and this is good for commerce throughout the city, and I totally agree with you, Logan. Thanks for that. This is a very good question, Chris. Will you be hosting a broadcast on Monday, December the 25th, Christmas Day? I have thought about this, and given the fact that this year, due to the placement of the holidays and we have a 3-day weekend, I have decided not to broadcast on Monday, December 25th, or at least not to prepare an official broadcast. I may come online just to see who's here and who survived what and so forth and so on. But no, there is no broadcast planned. For the first time, we are taking a day off without scheduling any pre-recordings. Don't hate me. If you are seriously disappointed, let me know and I will change my mind. We don't want any unhappy people around here. Let's see what... Thank you, Gina. The good thing about knowing that one is not a good singer is that it's difficult to feel the pressure of trying to pretend one is a good singer. So there you have it. Ooh, Sherry gets all giddy. We want to go to the winter get together. Remind me when you leave, Sherry, and remind me. Remind me when you're leaving, and I'll see what we can do. You know, did Afternoon Delight song make the list yesterday? Starland Vocal Band singing Afternoon Delight is one of my favorite moments of my teenage years because of the tight vocal harmonies. I almost included the song, but decided not to. There were so many great choices, and somebody even suggested I should do Risque Part 2 or something, because the repertoire of deliciously dirty songs is ginormous. And we may very well do that. Do more risque songs rather than repeating this one. Let's see. Purim pum pum pum. Let's see. There is another cue. On behalf of the cluster, have a very Merry Christmas. Thank you very much, Chris. You have also been a great enthusiast for the music appreciation presentations, and I very much appreciate it. And I appreciate the fact, and I'm happy for the fact that your knee surgery went well and that you are quickly recovering. Oh my goodness. Sherry says we'll be in Puerto Vallarta until March 6th. Well, we will have plenty of time to plan our winter get-together while you're here, so consider it done. Let's see. Spencer says, just a hello from you would be nice. I think that is fair compromise because I'm going to be sitting around the house anyway. It's not like I'm not going to be here or I'm going to be incapacitated. So we can very easily just go online at 10:30 just to see who survived what, have a little bit of a chit chat, and take it from there. I am happy to do that, Spencer, because again, we want everybody happy. And I think we're done. Yes, we are. Thank you for indulging my lateness. Thank you for indulging my dirty shirt and my raspy throat. The weekend has begun, but we will be back here tomorrow with more coffee headlines and information to share. Between now and then, I hope your holiday preparations are ready, and I hope you are enjoying some of this wonderful, nice, cooler weather that we have these days. So have a great day, and I will connect with you again tomorrow, or sometime soon, I hope. Take care.